In 2012, a psychological study from the University of Virginia revealed something deeply unsettling. When one person in a household develops a mental disorder, the probability of others in that same environment experiencing a breakdown skyrockets. Now imagine this, not one, not two, but 5 women, in the same family, across decades, each slowly losing their minds. This isn't folklore. It's the documented history of the Hartwell family, a story buried in county records, faded obituaries, and whispered warnings passed down in the quiet hills of New England. In this video, we'll unravel the chilling chain of events that took 5 wives, one after another, into the abyss of madness. And if you love real-life horror stories and forgotten tragedies, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay until the end, because once you hear this, you'll never look at family curses the same way again. The legacy of Hartwell Manor. The Hartwell estate stood in rural Connecticut, built in 1839 by Thomas Hartwell, a wealthy textile merchant. Locals called it the wedding house, because each Hartwell man who inherited the property married soon after moving in. But with each marriage came whispers, and then tragedies. In Hartwell family journals, there are eerily consistent patterns. A wife arrives, the couple lives in the manor, and within a few years, she begins showing signs of paranoia, erratic behavior, or violent outbursts. These weren't fleeting moods. They were complete mental collapses. The most haunting part, the women all described hearing the same voices in the house. Wife 1, ELIZA Hartwell. ELIZA married Thomas Hartwell in 1842. By all accounts, she was intelligent, warm, and fiercely independent. But within 3 years, she stopped leaving the manor. Neighbors recalled her screaming into the empty orchard, claiming they were walking between the trees at night. She died in 1846, institutionalized at the newly opened Hartford Retreat for the Insane. The death certificate read, "Melancholia with hysteria." Wife 2, Margaret Hartwell. 2 years later, Thomas remarried. Margaret was younger, optimistic, and came from a wealthy Boston family. Her letters home changed over time, from affectionate notes to desperate, erratic scribbles about the endless knocking behind the walls. Margaret lasted the longest, 8 years. But by the end, she refused to eat, insisting her food was poisoned by the previous wife. She died in the manor, 1858, at age 31. Wife 3, LILLIAN. By now, whispers about the curse began to circulate. But Thomas, stubborn and practical, married again. LILLIAN's breakdown was the swiftest. She became convinced there were rooms in the house that appeared and disappeared at night. She kept a journal describing entire hallways she could walk through, until the sun came up, after which they were gone. LILLIAN hanged herself in the attic in 1864. The coroner's report omitted the suicide details, citing sudden mental derangement. The next generation, wife 4. Thomas died in 1867. His son, Edward Hartwell, inherited the manor. Edward married Clara in 1869. She was educated, socially active, and dismissive of the so-called curse. But within 5 years, Clara's friends reported that she stopped recognizing them, speaking only in fractured nursery rhymes. Her final days were spent wandering the grounds barefoot, humming lullabies to the unseen children. She died in 1876, her cause listed simply as exhaustion from mania. The final wife. The last recorded case was in 1884. Edward remarried, this time to Florence. Florence was warned, by neighbors, by her own family, but Edward insisted the previous tragedies were coincidence. She lasted 2 years. By 1886, she refused to sleep indoors, claiming the house shifted while she slept, and she might wake up inside the walls. She was found dead in the orchard, frozen in winter snow. The family claimed exposure. Locals believed otherwise. Theories and dark truths. Historians and paranormal investigators have debated for decades, was this a psychological contagion, a case of shared psychosis? Or was something physical at work? The manor was later found to have dangerously high levels of lead paint and mercury in the well water, both known to cause hallucinations, paranoia, and neurological decay. Others reject the scientific explanation, pointing out the uncanny similarities in each woman's breakdown, the shared visions, the repeating phrases, the fixation on unseen people. One chilling discovery, hidden behind a sealed wall in the basement, workers in 1923 found a box containing a locket from each wife, placed there long after they'd died. No record exists of who put them there. Today, the Hartwell Manor is gone, torn down in 1952 after years of abandonment. The land remains undeveloped. Families still warn their children not to wander too close, not because of ghosts, but because some stories, once known, have a way of following you home. If you enjoyed this tale and want more horror stories like this, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with someone who loves a good mystery. I'll see you in the next one.